All right, hey, trust you're doing well. I wanted to share a video with you. Been thinking about a few things that I want to make sure that you're thinking about as well. And what I mean is, depending on the news sources that you take in, what we've seen in various areas around the country, Boston, New York, some of the West Coast areas, Seattle, Portland, you've seen a decline in the enforcement of the laws. And a lot of times, again, like you see that happening, say, in New York City, some of the highlights that have come about. And, for me, I live here in Florida. The majority of our investing is in the southeast of the U.S. or the southwest areas that are more business friendly. Demographics are where people are moving there, businesses are moving there. So again, a lot of times you look at that and you think, oh, well, that's happening in New York or that's happening in Chicago. And, that doesn't affect me. But you look at that and you begin to ask the question, well, what's next? And it's like when you begin to see areas of the country where they are selectively enforcing the law or not enforcing the law or changing things to empower low-level crimes to say, well, they don't matter. The truth of the matter is this country was founded on the basis of law and order, and any society really needs to have law and order to function and operate correctly. And then so what you begin to see is that other people, and again, you think that through and walk it through, what happens is, these people a lot of times are driven by an ideology. And so now they're implementing this ideology to disregard certain laws or to change that in favor of I don't know if I'd say lawlessness, but in terms of the criminal. And so what happens is then now other areas of the country see that as well, other people that are driven by ideology, and it begins to affect them. An example of that would be areas that we've invested in, even in Atlanta, where they had seen what took place during the pandemic with the postponement of the moratorium on evictions. And then now certain counties have implemented practices based on their more liberal ideology at the judicial level or at the county or city commission level to begin to instill hurdles or to disregard the laws that are on the books as it relates to evictions. And so instead of evicting people in a more traditional pre-pandemic time frame of 45 to 60 days, it can be 6 months to 12 months, depending on the particular county, depending on how much they've disregarded the law. So again, when you step back and you see these national events going on, like I said, Chicago, New York, or other main cities, you've got to think, well, what's next? Another piece of that, I know that we'd had ongoing dispute, if you will, with a fired management team and a contractor who had not done work but claimed they had done work. And then what we saw is the judge, he had a leaning or a favorability, even though certain aspects, probably 50% of work was not completed, and there was some collusion with the regional manager who was fired. The judge had a leaning towards this party to say, well, they've done some of the work. I mean, some of the work. Like, contract law is like, you got to do all the work to be entitled to all the pay, and it has to be up to a certain level of workmanship. So I tell you these things because these are real instances of what I've seen that's ongoing. Now, another example of, kind of thinking about, hey, well, what's next? What's to follow? I'm going to New York on a business trip. My sister happens to live there as well, so, going a day or two early to be able to meet up with her. Mariah, my junior partner, is going to be coming too, so that she can be a part of the business aspect, but also she's never seen New York. And one of the things is talking to my sister, who's a, call it 30-year resident there, pre-9/11, the whole bit. She's like, yeah, it's okay maybe to ride the subway during the day when all the commuters are there, but definitely you want a car service at night. It's not like it used to be. I was there probably 20 years ago. And so that's a real thing. And so I want to encourage you to see that when we see these events on the news, there are implications that go beyond just that. And you got to think about that. So again, in your own investment portfolio, where are you investing at? Is it subject to some of these constraints? When you're looking at new investments, are they being filtered through that reality of what's going on in that category or area, county, even city? I mean, for us now, we drill down to the city level, making sure the municipal court follows the law, making sure that the county commission or city commission follows the law before we'd even consider an investment. The other thing is when you're traveling, again, just like I shared with you about my upcoming trip, you need to understand what's the real deal in that area and not just go in blindly as a tourist, because again, unfortunately, these things are being affected and these changes have been affecting our country. And now, lastly, I would say, I love the country, the USA. There's no doubt it's the greatest country on earth. I was a pastor for international ministries for a number of years. And you could just see, we had people from probably 30, 40 different countries come, and they all came here because this is truly the land of opportunity, regardless of their skin color, ethnicity, or country they came from. We had them from every continent virtually. And that's the truth. You can accomplish anything in this country, and you still can today. So I want to encourage you also to look at getting out there and vote. This country should be established and built on the rules of law and the following of the law. And so I just encourage you in that. And again, I thank you so much, and you have a blessed and victorious week, for this is the week God has ordained for you.